Okay, so maybe you're interested in fitness and strength training, but, you know, kind of feeling overwhelmed by all the options and all the advice out there. We get it.
Yeah.
Today we're diving deep into a really insightful conversation. It's between Jay Shetty
Okay.
and Kim Kardashian's personal trainer,
Oh, wow.
Sonata Greer.
Interesting.
What really stood out to me was her approach. It's all about keeping things realistic and sustainable. You know, like no crazy restrictive diets
Right.
or like grueling workout schedules.
It is. Yeah, it's refreshing to hear a fitness expert, emphasize a more holistic approach, one that puts physical and mental well-being first. It's not all about aesthetics.
Right.
Sonata's really focused on building long-term, health and strength.
Exactly. And we're going to pull out the most relevant nuggets from this interview.
Okay.
Specifically for you, someone who's ready to take action, but wants realistic, achievable steps.
Yeah.
Like, Sonata talks about this concept of starting small, like committing to just 5 minutes
5 minutes.
of exercise a day. It sounds almost too simple, right?
It does, yeah. It might sound a little counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of it. There's actually a lot of research out there, about habit formation.
Oh, interesting.
And it suggests that starting small, that's actually the most effective way to create lasting change. By focusing on consistency, over intensity, you're setting yourself up for success.
Right.
Without overwhelming yourself.
Yeah.
It's much easier to stick to a 5-minute workout every day than to try and, squeeze in a whole hour-long session whenever you can.
Yeah, I love that approach.
Yeah.
It takes the pressure off.
It does.
And makes fitness feel accessible to everyone. And something else that really resonated with me was Sonata's emphasis on strength training.
Yep.
She really dives into the science behind why it's so crucial for healthy aging, preventing falls.
Oh, wow.
And just maintaining overall vitality.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised to learn that our bone density peaks around age 30.
Wow.
And then starts to decline. It's kind of a wake-up call, right?
Yeah, it is. But the good news is strength training can actually help us, maintain and even increase bone density as we age.
Oh, that's great.
When you lift weights, you're putting this mechanical stress on your bones.
Right.
And that signals to your body to strengthen them, which can, significantly reduce the risk of things like osteoporosis and fractures later in life.
So it's not just about, looking good.
Yeah.
It's about building a foundation for a long and healthy life. Now, I know a lot of people, especially women, worry about getting bulky from lifting weights. I've definitely fallen into that trap myself.
It's a common misconception. Sonata debunks this myth. She explains how female hormones actually, make it pretty difficult to build large amounts of muscle mass.
Interesting.
Women just, they don't produce enough testosterone to bulk up like a bodybuilder without extremely intense training and specific dietary protocols.
That's so reassuring.
Yeah.
And besides, strength training has so many benefits beyond just aesthetics.
It does.
It can improve your posture, boost your metabolism, and even give you like a major confidence boost.
Absolutely. Feeling strong and capable in your own body, that has like a ripple effect on all areas of your life. It can empower you to take on new challenges,
Right.
And embrace life with more energy and enthusiasm.
I couldn't agree more. And you know what else is fascinating?
What's that?
Sonata talks about the power of the mind-muscle connection.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever heard of visualizing your workouts?
I have, yeah.
There's some interesting research suggesting that focusing your mind on the specific muscles you're working, that can actually help them grow stronger.
Yeah.
It's like you're creating a more direct neural pathway between your brain and your muscles.
That's incredible. So it's not just about going through the motions. It's about being present.
Right.
And intentional with your movement.
Yeah.
It reminds me of something else Sonata mentioned.
Yeah.
The importance of finding your why.
Your why.
For working out. It has to be something that truly motivates you, something you enjoy, not just a chore you feel obligated to do.
Hey.
She even used the example of Jay Shetty.
Oh, okay.
Watching soccer highlights. while he works out.
Oh, that's great.
It's about making fitness a part of your life in a way that feels good and sustainable, not punishing or restrictive.
Right.
Exactly. It's about, finding that sweet spot where movement feels like a celebration of what your body can do, not a punishment for what you ate.
Right. And that brings us to another important point, nutrition.
Okay.
Sonata emphasizes, the importance of eating real whole foods.
Yeah.
But she's not about deprivation.
Right.
She encourages you to find healthier versions of the foods you love and allowing yourself to enjoy treats in moderation. It's about creating a lifestyle that nourishes your body and mind, not one that leaves you feeling, deprived and resentful.
Right.
I love that. It's all about balance.
It is.
And finding what works for you. And speaking of finding what works, Sonata also talks about the importance of listening to your body and honoring its needs.
Okay.
She acknowledges that everyone is different.
Right.
And what works for one person might not work for another. It's about experimenting and finding what feels good for you.
Yeah.
So instead of forcing yourself into a workout routine that you dread, maybe it's time to explore different options and find something that you genuinely enjoy, whether that's dancing, hiking, swimming, or lifting weights. The key is to move your body in a way that feels good and brings you joy.
Absolutely. And remember, you don't need any fancy equipment or hours of free time to get started. Even just 5 minutes a day can make a difference. What matters most is consistency and finding ways to integrate movement into your life in a way that feels, natural and sustainable.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is about, shifting our mindset. Like, instead of thinking of exercise as a chore, we should see it as a chance to, really celebrate what our bodies can do.
I love that. So you mentioned that Sonata, she trains some pretty high-profile clients, including Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Does she share any insights into how they stay motivated and consistent?
She does.
With their workouts.
Yeah, she talks about how Kim is, incredibly dedicated. And always shows up, like, ready to work hard. But it's not about, pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. Sonata, she emphasizes listening to your body and knowing when to rest.
That's such an important point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in that, no pain, no gain mentality.
Definitely.
But sometimes rest is exactly what our bodies need.
It is.
To recover and get stronger. I'm curious, what does Sonata say about nutrition?
Okay.
Does she advocate for any specific diets or eating plans?
She doesn't really. She takes more of a balanced approach. Focusing on whole unprocessed foods.
Okay.
And prioritizing protein.
Okay, how much protein are we talking here?
She recommends aiming for about 1 gram of protein.
Per pound of body weight each day.
That seems like a lot. How can someone realistically, incorporate that much protein into their diet?
It's easier than you might think.
Okay.
She suggests, including protein in every meal.
Okay.
And even snacks.
Oh, wow.
So think eggs, Greek yogurt, lean meats.
Okay.
Fish, beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's about making, small adjustments to your meals.
Exactly.
Rather than overhauling your entire diet.
Yeah.
And what about things like cheat meals? Or treats. Does Sonata believe in those?
She does.
Okay.
She's a firm believer in, moderation, not deprivation.
Right.
She encourages you to find, healthier versions of the foods you love and allow yourself to enjoy treats occasionally.
I appreciate that she's not, promoting an all or nothing approach to eating. It's about creating a sustainable lifestyle.
Yeah. That allows for flexibility and enjoyment.
Yeah.
Now, something that really caught my attention was Sonata's emphasis on the power of visualization.
Oh, wow.
And manifestation.
Okay.
Even when it comes to fitness. Could you elaborate on that a bit?
Absolutely. She talks about, using meditation to visualize her goals.
Okay.
And how this mental practice can actually influence, physical results.
Interesting.
It's about, harnessing the power of your mind.
Right.
To create the reality you desire.
So it's not just about physically working out. It's about mentally preparing yourself for success as well. It seems like Sanada's approach is very much about cultivating a positive mindset.
It is, yeah. She talks about, shifting our language from one of self-criticism to one of self-compassion instead of, berating ourselves for our perceived flaws.
Right.
She encourages us to appreciate our bodies for all that they do.
It's a powerful reminder to be kind to ourselves.
It is.
Our bodies are incredible machines capable of so much.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on what we want to change about them, maybe we should celebrate what they allow us to do.
Exactly. It's about approaching fitness from a place of, self-love, not punishment.
Right.
Sanada's philosophy really resonates with the idea of, embracing a more natural and holistic approach to health and well-being.
I completely agree. It's about finding what works for you.
Yeah.
And creating a lifestyle that supports both your physical and mental health. And I love that Sanada encourages people to find their own why.
Yeah.
For working out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be something that truly motivates you, something you enjoy, not just another item on your to-do list.
Exactly. And she emphasizes that, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to fitness.
Right.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Yeah.
It's about experimenting and finding what feels good for you. She even shares her own personal story.
Oh, wow.
About how she initially got into fitness, for the wrong reasons, like trying to conform to societal standards of thinness.
Right.
It wasn't until she discovered strength training and its impact, its profound impact on her mental health that she truly found her passion.
That's so inspiring. It's a reminder that it's okay to take your time.
Yeah.
And explore different options until you find what resonates with you.
Right.
And it sounds like Sanada is a big believer in the power of letting go.
Yeah.
And trusting the process.
She is. Yeah. She talks about the importance of, surrendering to the journey, embracing the ups and downs and trusting that we're exactly where we need to be.
That's such a valuable lesson, not just in fitness.
No.
But in life in general. Sometimes the best thing we can do is let go of control. And allow things to unfold naturally.
And when we do that, we often find that the journey is just as rewarding as the destination.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Sanada's wisdom, what are some key takeaways that our listeners can apply to their own lives?
I think, one of the biggest takeaways is the importance of starting small.
Yeah.
And focusing on consistency over intensity. You don't need to make these drastic changes overnight.
Right.
Just commit to, 5 minutes a day.
5 minutes.
And gradually build from there.
Yeah.
And remember, fitness isn't about punishment.
Right.
It's about finding ways to move your body that feel good and bring you joy.
I couldn't agree more. It's about celebrating what your body can do.
Yeah.
Not berating it for what it can't.
Exactly.
And I love Sanada's emphasis on the power of the mind-body connection.
Yeah.
Visualizing your goals and cultivating a positive mindset can make a huge difference in your fitness journey.
It really can. Another key takeaway is the importance of, finding your why.
Yeah.
For working out. Yeah. What truly motivates you to move your body? Once you find that intrinsic motivation,
right,
it becomes much easier to stick with it.
And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to fitness.
No, not all.
Experiment and find what works for you.
Okay.
Whether it's strength training, yoga, dancing, hiking, or something else entirely.
Right.
The key is to move your body in a way that feels good.
Yeah.
And supports your overall well-being.
Absolutely. And finally, don't forget to be kind to yourself. It's a journey, not a race. There will be ups and downs, but as long as you keep showing up for yourself and honoring your body's needs, you're on the right track.
Beautifully said. So as we conclude our deep dive into Sanada's wisdom, I want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question.
Okay.
Sanada mentioned that deaths from falls have nearly doubled in recent years.
It is, kind of alarming. What factors beyond just aging, might be contributing to this?
Yeah, it makes you think, right? Yeah. Like, are increasingly sedentary lifestyles playing a role?
Possibly.
We spend so much time just sitting at desks,
Yeah.
commuting in cars, like glued to our screens.
Right. It's definitely something to think about. And it raises a really important question, like what role could a more movement-focused culture play in reversing this trend?
Yeah. Imagine a world where physical activity was just integrated into our daily lives. Not just like relegated to designated workout times.
Right.
We're taking the stairs.
Right.
Or walking to the store was just the norm, not the exception.
Yeah, that's a powerful vision. And it ties back to what Sanada was emphasizing about finding ways to incorporate movement into your life that you actually enjoy.
Exactly. It's not about forcing yourself to do something you hate.
Yeah.
It's about finding activities that bring you joy.
Yeah.
And make you feel good.
Like maybe it's dancing.
Yeah.
Or hiking, or playing with your kids, or even just, taking a walk in nature.
Yeah.
The key is to move your body in a way that feels natural and sustainable.
And as Sanada reminds us, it all starts with that first step.
Yeah.
Even 5 minutes a day.
5 minutes.
Can make a difference.
It can. So what small step will you take today to start building your own strength and resilience?
Maybe it's taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or parking farther away from the store.
Yeah.
Or even just standing up and stretching every hour.
Right. And remember, it's not about perfection.
Yeah.
It's about progress. And every step you take, no matter how small, it's a step towards a healthier, happier you.
We hope this deep dive has inspired you to embrace a more realistic and joyful approach to fitness.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about punishing yourself. It's about celebrating what your incredible body can do.
And as you start your own fitness journey, remember Sanada's advice. Approach it from a place of self-love. Find your why and trust the process.
Mm-hmm.